Galactus.
Hey, Marvel fans and movie lovers. Welcome back to Movies For You channel, where we break down the biggest blockbuster hits and misses. And today, we're stepping into the grooviest timeline yet with Fantastic Four, first steps from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Strap in for a wild ride to Earth 828, a retrofuturistic 1960s world that looks like it leapt right out of a Jetsons fever dream. But hold on to your cosmic shields, because while the visuals sparkle, the story? Not so much. First up, the look. This movie nailed the aesthetic. Earth 828's mid-century modern style is a feast for the eyeballs. We're talking smooth, rounded furniture, bright pops of color, reds, oranges, and psychedelic blues, and flying cars cruising by like the future was yesterday. The set designs, costumes, and technology all scream 1960s vision of tomorrow, which is deeply nostalgic and oddly comforting. Seriously, if I could live anywhere from a Marvel movie, it would be here. Complete with funky fridges, retro gadgets, and that unmistakable groovy vibe. The visual design alone is worth sticking around for. Now, our heroes, the Fantastic Four, aren't new to their powers. This film drops us in the middle of their journey, for years post-space mission, genetically modified and ready to save the world. Reed Richards is played by Pedro Pascal and brings that classic brilliant but stressed vibe to Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm is the heart and soul, juggling pregnancy with invisibility powers and emotional weight. Joseph Quinn takes on Johnny Storm, the ever-charismatic Human Torch, while Eben Moss-Backrack embodies Ben Grimm, the tough, gruff but deeply loyal Thing. The cast is strong and delivers with chemistry, though, unfortunately, the script doesn't fully capture the complex family dynamic we all crave. The Fantastic Four are essentially a team, but their relationships, at times, feel more surface than substance. Alright, so what's the big threat? Enter Galactus, voiced by Ralph Ineson, yes, the planet-devouring cosmic entity so beastly he makes Thanos look like a weekend menace. When Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner, shows up with the terrifying news that Galactus is barreling toward Earth, you'd expect a nail-biting buildup of tension and desperate heroics, but the story takes a wildly different path. The conflict is resolved almost effortlessly. Our heroes whip up a plan to teleport the entire planet to safety using a global network of teleportation stations. And even though this sounds insane and high stakes, the movie treats it like an everyday errand. Silver Surfer tries to throw a wrench in their plans by smashing several teleporters, which ironically saves everyone from potential annihilation. Talk about an ironic twist. Then, Reed devises a trick to teleport Galactus himself away, but Galactus is hardly the looming, invincible titan we were promised. This is where your suspension of disbelief gets tested. Galactus is shrunk down to about the size of a slightly bigger Ant-Man, which, honestly, makes his threat feel laughable compared to his comic book grandeur. The big cosmic baddie gets outwitted and beaten up by the Fantastic Four after a handful of punch scenes and a few tossing around moments. For Marvel fans who remember the painstakingly built narrative arc around Thanos, an arc that made the loss in Infinity War genuinely heartbreaking, Galactus' easy defeat is a letdown. The stakes never truly feel real. Instead of the kind of emotional, gut-wrenching turmoil that comes from a threat that could actually obliterate the world, we get a story where everything bounces back in time for dinner. The public opinion of the Fantastic Four switches on a dime, from worship to disdain, and back again, without any real friction or consequence. This lack of tension makes all the world-ending stakes feel like a rewrite of the same old superhero formula. Conflict arises, heroes react, problem solved, end credits. The pacing? It's fast, which can be a good thing, but here it feels like they're rushing through what should be moments of real heart and tension. Character moments pop up, like an adorably funny scene at the end involving a car seat that feels genuine and earned, but they're fleeting. The script shies away from anything challenging, no hard choices, no real sacrifice, no lasting consequences for the heroes or the world. The emotional stakes are missing, so the audience is left feeling neutral rather than invested. And in superhero movies, investment is everything. Don't get me wrong, the movie does sprinkle in fun Easter eggs and callbacks for comic book fans. It's packed with classic references that you'll catch if you're tuned into Marvel lore, and that's part of the charm. Pedro Pascal's charm, Vanessa Kirby's warmth, and Moss Backrack's tough guy sincerity help keep the film afloat. There are moments to smile at, characters to root for, and a general upbeat tone that, if nothing else, makes for a pleasant viewing experience. So here's the bottom line, Fantastic Four: First Steps is a movie that looks amazing and plays it safe. It's a groovy, stylish trip through a retro Marvel universe but doesn't give us the thrilling stakes, character depth, or villain menace that superhero fans really crave. If you're looking for a film with jaw-dropping tension, emotional turmoil, or a villain who actually scares you, you'll be left wanting more. Would I recommend it? Save it for Disney+. It's not an essential big screen event, and honestly, watching it on the small screen makes more sense given how light the action and story feel. And will I watch it again? Probably not. As fun as it is to see these characters in this gorgeous world, the film's formulaic script and lack of real consequences mean it doesn't stick with you long after the credits roll. Are you curious to see Fantastic Four: First Steps despite its flaws? Or are you feeling that superhero formula fatigue, too? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I want to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more detailed movie breakdowns, and ring the bell so you don't miss any future reviews. Until next time, stay super.